Everybody, welcome to Base Legend. It is Kevin today. Jay actually took center stage yesterday. I hope you guys were able to check out his 6-hour live stream looking for a nail gun inside of 7 Days to Die. Oh my God, was that a crazy live stream? It still needs to find the nail gun. But kudos to him for trying. Let me go ahead and just do that voodoo that I do at the beginning. I don't know. It's like some old expression or something like that. And then we'll get into it. I'm going to work on the base at the airport here in Green Hell, which, of course, is going along very well. We're on day 103. And so we've survived over 100 days in the Amazon. And so I'm pretty happy with it thus far, you know. Just go ahead and set up a couple things here, and then we'll be off to the races. One of these things is popping out this chat. Let's get that done. All right, so that one's done. Let's go ahead and hop into this YouTube. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. Had an energy drink for the first time, like an actual real energy drink, not one of those like W's that you see back there. Had a real energy drink today. And so I'm actually kind of buzzing a little bit because this has been a long time since I've had that much sugar in a drink. My God. All right, that one's done. Let's go ahead and pop out this chat now. Cool, cool, cool. Get back to our TikTok chat. There we go. All right, TikTok on this screen plus the multi-chat. Then we shrink this one down a little bit, and then we shrink this one down a little bit, and then we overlay them like that. And now we're ready to play some Green Hell. Just check one more thing real fast. So either way, hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. Let's go ahead and get into this. There we go. All right, so we're on day 103. That was a loud parrot in my ear. Day 103. This is what 103 days of base building in Green Hell will get you. And so let's get, we need to do a couple of basic things right off the bat. Finishing this structure is kind of the first step. And then this one is completely done. This building is completely done. So we're looking good. How we're doing resource-wise. Resources, we're looking all right. I should kill a pig, right? I'm pretty sure my showers are like completely tapped out too. Yeah, I should kill a pig. Let's get some parasites real fast. 2 stacks of parasites, please. Yeah, 2 stacks of parasites. I am filthy. Filthy. But either way, while we're waiting for a pig to spawn into our base here, let's go ahead and fill up our water filters. Hey, is it Khaki? I hope you're doing well there today. Good to see you. Oh, wow. Apparently I just drained all of these. Not going to get much water out of this. That's one thing that I really wish. I wish that I could fill the showers with just, like, water. Yo, what's going on? I'm Adnav. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. I should say that in, like, my bio or description or something like that. Like, I'm probably going to butcher your name because, like, I can't even pronounce my own name properly. Probably. I don't know. I'm guessing on that. But either way, feel free to correct me if I get them wrong, guys. Got bees right there now. I'm a little worried about it. Are you still scared of me? Really? Don't be scared of me. I love you. Come on, Dilly. All right, and you're looking good over here. Just fill up your bowl here. How you doing today, man? I'm doing good. It has been it's actually been kind of a long day for a Tuesday, but a fun day nonetheless. All right, there's a pig for me to kill. Perfect. Love when they kind of just come to me like that. It makes things super, super easy for me. So I know I got parasites. It's not a big deal getting parasites in this game. I'm also really dirty right now, and so like even trying to fix parasites, I'm just going to run into some issues there. Southern California, originally from Washington, D.C., and then as soon as I got of age, I got the hell out of there. And then moved a bunch of different places, and then now I live in Southern California. Probably my favorite place that I've ever lived is living in California. Just make sure we're not about ready to get hit by a puma as soon as I go out this door, but we're going to go hunting for some Copahanga and go take a bath. It's an armadillo out there. There's something else out there. Hang on. I think it's just a pig. Yeah, I think it's just a pig. I think we're all right. Let's go ahead and open this up. Yep. All right, let's go take a quick bath. And while we're off taking a quick bath, we'll kind of recover from these parasites too. All you need for parasites, there's a few different plants that can do it. The easiest one to find is the Copahanga mushroom, which are these like orange cup looking mushrooms. And those are probably the easiest to spot. But then there's also this guanabana fruit. Guanabana fruit. I think that's what it's pronounced. That'll also do the trick. Or the blue mushrooms, which I can never remember the name of the blue mushrooms that you find on the Brazil nut trees. And so that's kind of what we're in the hunt looking for. But either way, there's some Copahanga right there. So let's go ahead and grab those. Watch out for spiders on this pass. Yep. Yep. All right, cool. Let's get down here and take a quick bath so that way we can get cleaned up so we can get rid of these parasites, right? Last stream, it's the of only time. Thank you, by the way, for... God, that's loud. Thank you, by the way, for 2327. Appreciate those subs. But the last time that I did this stream, I felt so dumb. I went down here to wash myself, and I jumped off of that like ledge that I just did, and I hit the rocks. And so I stupidly, like, really injured myself trying to get myself clean. Ridiculousness. All right, so let's get back up. So we are now healthy again, or well, clean. Can eat these 2 mushrooms and get even cleaner. All right, so it's kind of disgusting, but we're gonna grab some of this dirty water while we're down here too, just to fill up our water filters just a little bit more. All right, so we learned a lesson like 2 streams ago when the base got raided by a bunch of tribals, and I wasn't prepared for it, like, at all. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go the long way back to the base, because it's just one big circle. Go the long way back to the base and just kind of scout for tribals, just to make sure we're not going to get raided or anything like that. Maybe bring back like a stack of something. There you go. Replenish my sticks. Is that rain? Are we going to get rain? That'd be cool if that was rain, but I think like we just got into the dry season here. I think that's just wind going through the trees. It's just a pig. Just a pig. I don't know where your notification was, King. Man, I wish I could answer that. I feel like you missed like every other notification or something like that. Maybe YouTube only sends like every other notification. I don't know. I sent you a message on Discord, King, about playing Warzone, because I'm still looking to do that whenever we can. They're good people there. Obviously, every technology fails at some point or has a shortcoming. So I might as well, I'm just getting some of the rope and stuff like that. Hell is green. It definitely is. How you doing, 17? Good to see you, buddy. Not seeing any tribals. Not seeing any pumas. Thursday is the only day. Man, I'm slated to play Phasmophobia with Major Killer on Thursday. That's what we're streaming. Hey, Down Bad. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Wasn't Down Bad the name of like a Homestar Runner character? Like, obviously there was Strong Bad, but wasn't there like his alter ego or brother or something like that was like Down Bad or something like that? I don't know. Just trying to remember randomness. You feel tired like a zombie? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. It'll be in a month. I mean, just not this week. Maybe like next week. Are you free next week to do some Warzone? Because I'm free next week to do some Warzone. You guys know the days that I stream. Alright, just getting some of this rope. Small sticks. Alright, we're full up on those. Hey, Master of Food. How's that bacon going for you? I think I mentioned this like every other time that you bring up bacon, but you guys know I don't eat bacon, right? Like, I don't have anything against bacon, but I eat turkey bacon, like, as a choice, as a preference, you know? Which I don't know if that makes me weird or not. But, like, my wife and I choose turkey bacon over regular bacon. That's your only time next month? Okay. Well, if that's the case then, King, just let me know when you're free. Be more than glad to do it. Honestly, I'm kind of down, like, anytime you guys want to game with me, and I'm free. Like, I'm so down for it. Oh, just this month? Okay. Okay. All right, good to know. That's fair. Hey, Mai, good to see you. I did see the news about Grounded 2. I am so pumped about Grounded 2. It's only, like a month and a half away, right? It's like the 26th or 29th of July. So, like, just next month is when it's coming out. What up, Dillo? You trust me yet? 9 week. That was his trust is at a 9. I wasn't saying no in German. The 29th, I'm so ready for it. Like, I am so ready for it. So there you go. You didn't do your streak on Duolingo? It's okay. It'll be all right. And you prefer fish over bacon? It's easier? I don't know about that. Fish takes some skill to cook up. That's for sure. Black Ops 6 to redeem Call of Duty? Maybe. I'm hoping so. That'd be pretty legit. Hang on. I walked away from Dillo and I did not give him what he needed. Hang on. Let me hook him up real fast. Fish is delicious, my friend. I don't know what you're talking about, King. Fish is amazing. That's like my wife and I's go-to is whenever like we have like a date night or something anymore, we'll go out and get sushi because sushi is incredible. All right, so we finally got up to a decent place here. Yeah, fish is incredible. I'm gonna repeat myself. Fish is just flat out amazing. Amazing. Grab some of these sticks. Don't know if I'm gonna eat them or not. Bidding of Isaac? I've never heard of that one before. Oh, smoked fish. Depends on what fish it is. It's got. I'm very preferential when it comes to smoked fish. Smoked salmon is like one of my favorite foods. But yeah, that's yeah. The name of the tarantula is Axel. That makes me think of that show, The Middle. My wife and I are like getting close to the end finally of that show. I think it ended in like 2015 or something like that. I wish this was DayZ. Could you imagine if this was a base build in DayZ? Oh my god, that would be ridiculous. I have never seen a build this substantial in DayZ. That'd be crazy. You beat Ultra Greed? I'm not familiar with that one. Down bad, what's that one about? You know, it's really sad, King, but I kind of really want chicken wings now. I will just throw that one out there. Okay, hang on. I forgot what I was doing. I need logs. Damn, I should have grabbed my cart. Let me go grab one of my carts. Was that a... Seriously? I'm pretty sure that sound sometimes is coconuts falling, which means that palm trees might be back. King, settle it down. I don't mind silliness. But let's go ahead and not do some all caps there. All right. Let's go ahead and get some logs. Straight up logs. That's kind of all we need right now to finish this build is logs and palm leaves. So I think... Ooh, there's a spider there. Look at that bird eater. That beast of a spider right at my door. Don't like that. I'm going to feed you to Dillo. Alright, let's go this way. And then... I'm going to... Yeah, I guess we'll do one side logs, one side palm leaves. I don't know if that's going to cover all of the structure, but it'll at least kind of get it moving, you know what I mean? So let's just head over here. I'm just taking a quick little detour. Little pause right here. Do you play on the PC? Because it's definitely coming to Steam, too, and that's where I'm planning on getting a copy myself, is on Steam. And so I hope that you're able to play it. It's going to be a blast. And on Discord, we're definitely going to put together some teams and stuff like that. King, let's settle it down. I appreciate all the comments and such. You're a good person. All right, let's go ahead and just cut up. I guess we're going to get both leaves, like I said. We'll get both palm leaves and everything else. Logs on one side, palm leaves on the other. This is only enough to do like 1.5 of the roofs if I get full 24 in here. You know, I think about that constantly. I think about raw science, like the raw science constantly. Just out of nowhere, it just pops into my head. No, this isn't Sons of the Forest. This is Green Hell. It's a little bit older than Sons of the Forest. Came out in 2018, if I remember correctly. And so definitely not Sons of the Forest. Probably inspired a lot of Sons of the Forest. Probably was inspired by The Forest, though, now that I think about it. All right, let's go ahead. Yep, that's all. Man, just gonna have to chop down one more just for a little bit. It's good enough right here. How many did I need? 3 or 4? 3. Okay, so that's done. Now we need logs. Let's go up here. Haven't gotten logs up here in a while. Yeah, this is good. It's good right there. I have no idea what that is, King. Is that some Scottish delicacy? Actually, the only Scottish food I know is like haggis and stuff like that. I mean, it's so close to Irish cuisine that pretty much it's all just like soups and stuff when you really think about it. Alright, let's get this back in here. How many is that? I'm off by a couple, hang on. 2. That's easy. Let's get these 2 right here. You know, it's funny. I took 3 years or 2 years of Spanish, and they gave me an option of just going into Spanish 3, or I had to take 2 more years of a language. So I ended up taking Latin for 2 years, and so I can speak in Latin a little bit, but it's never worth it. It's never worth it at all. Oh, I always forget what the damn anthive is. Let's try that again. Should mark that anthive with something. King's been wilding a little bit, but it's all good. Good person. We like King. Like, I will say this. Dude's beast when it comes to Call of Duty. Ancient Romans in the chat? I could talk to some of the ancient Romans in the chat if any of them want to make themselves known. Lorem ipsum dolor sumet. Sorry. That's not actual. That's nothing. You guys know that. Anyway. I probably don't know enough Latin to hold a conversation anymore. Let's talk about you, King. You're a beast when it comes to Call of Duty. I'll give you the props. I think you were top when we played the other day. We were like top of the pack like 3 or 4 times, or not. It was like 2 or 3 times now that I think about it. I mean, Call of Duty is still Call of Duty. It's still a complicated game, and it's delicious. It is delicious fish, Master Food. I'll give you that one. Well, that's exciting, Mai. I'm sorry, I didn't see that message there about you watching the streams while you're waiting for Grounded 2. I appreciate that. That's gonna be fun. I can't wait to get that game like kind of the day it comes out. And I might even like tell everybody that I work with, just like, yeah, I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm going to be playing Grounded 2 for a live stream and stuff like that. Oh man, I stroked the ego. I stroked King's ego. My bad. Oh man. All right, let's get one more of these done. It looks like we're going to need to make one more trip to get 5 more logs. Yeah, that's all. And then that one's done. You know what? But we can actually, we can at least finish putting the roof on this one, right? At least finish that. Down bad. That was clever. That was clever. I'm gonna pause for a second. That was a good one. That made me laugh. That was a damn good one. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was funny. All right, so we got 16 each. So yeah, each one's gonna only be like each load is only gonna be 1.5. So we're gonna have to take multiple trips here. That was funny.
God, I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty? Calm down there, Jake. You don't need to make a federal case over it. Or do you? All right, that's enough to kind of at least finish this stack off. King, even you gotta admit that that was a good one. That was a solid one. That was a good burn. Do I prefer Call of Duty or COD? Depends on the context. Like, if it's late at night and I'm lazy and I don't want to cook anything, Call of Duty. But if I'm at a restaurant and I really have a hankering for some good baked fish, then I'm going to go with COD. You didn't even hear the roast? Just scroll up. Just scroll up. It was Down Bad. It was Down Bad's reply to your comment. That was a good one. That one made my that kind of made my day. That was a funny one. Oh man. Let's try to finish at least one of these and aim properly. Motorcycles are cool. They are. They are. Probably will never get one. I had a nasty accident when I was a kid at a summer camp. And there was a summer camp and like they have mini bikes and stuff like that you could ride around on. And so I was riding on one of the mini bikes and I was screwing around and being an idiot because like I was a kid, right? And that's what you do when you're a kid, you're an idiot. And so I was an idiot and I had a really nasty accident. And so I've never gotten back on a bike ever since then. You can't see? King, we better get you to a doctor. We better get you to a doctor so you can get that taken care of, good sir. All right, so we're getting kind of tired. I don't want to try to stay awake any longer. We're a little dirty. Still the dry season. Let's go down to our swim spot. Go get something to clean ourselves up. Of course. Of course, of course. Now we're just going to go to sleep because now we have a little bit of a fever. Where you at? I don't even see you. What? Look at that dude like buried in there. Jerk face. You can't see the roast? Oh, it was just the comment about you saying that you were a god, and then Down Bad was just like, I thought you were an atheist. It was just perfect. It was just great comedic timing. It was fantastic. I appreciated it. All right, let's sleep off our fever. We'll go take a shower in the morning. Or bath, whatever. It doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. All right, onward. That's funny, King. Oh, man. All right. Let's get back into this. What do we need to do? Everything. All right, let's go ahead and just risk our parasite health here. And just do what we need to do to get ourselves back up to snuff. Don't be mean, King. Don't be mean. We can all tolerate some jokes, but I'm not gonna be. Don't be mean. All right, so I am due for a puma attack. And so that's kind of what I'm on the lookout for here is a puma attack. So just gotta be patient. Sorry, I need like carbs. I need everything pretty much. I was hoping to just grab some bananas, but all right. So there's 5 Copahanga to get these parasites off my back. Damn, I was really hoping to get some carbs. That was a very creative one, 17. I appreciated that. That was good. You know 17 could actually ban you, right, King? I just want to point that out. I just want to point out who the mods are. Oh, hang on. Pretty sure, I'm 90% sure that's a pig. Oh, not a tough crowd, King. You just know how it goes. Gotta make sure everybody's playing by the same rules. Alright, so it looks like we're slightly safe. We got rid of our parasites by eating these mushrooms. So I'll take that. We still need a lot of carbs, and we need some fats, too. So I'm checking some banana trees before we get back into it. But this shouldn't be that long. Man, there's like seriously no bananas. That's what we needed. Some fat. Oh, I got some parasites from that. Luckily, we got like 5 Copahangas on us. Okay, there's a pig up there. We're good. Alright, 2 stacks of parasites. Let's just see if we can get rid of some of them with these Copahanga. Nope. Yep. One more. Yep. Alright, there's the bananas that I needed. Alright. Not bad. And I'm not even going to bother going to take a shower because we got all those parasites. Or we did that without getting... Got all those parasites gone. There we go. That's the better way of saying that. Alright, so if I remember correctly, we need 5 logs and several like palm leaves. So let's just bring back a stack of logs to make this easier on myself, just to kind of speed things along. You know, I will say I am a Simon and Garfunkel fan. What a great song The Sound of Silence is. To be frank, though, the Disturbed cover of it is so much better than the original. Like, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys have heard the Disturbed cover. Oh, so good. So good. One of the best ones ever made. It's like Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt. Like, legitimately better than the original song, you know? I think when it came to Johnny Cash and Hurt, like, Trent Reznor even reached out and was just like, yeah, it's better than the original one. Like, that was better than the song I wrote. Wait, what is bacon? Are you talking about a friend in the dark? Yeah, that's bacon. Bacon is a friend in the dark. Weird that I'm getting that sound. Let's go find just 2 more trees real fast. Should probably work on this tree house soon. But whatever. Alright, so we just need to bring back 2 trees. This won't take long. I understand some of those words. I don't recall that Rick and Morty. If I'm being upfront, I legitimately do not remember that Rick and Morty episode, King. Just blanking. All right, so there's this building. We just got to get all of the roof done, which is just a bunch of palm leaves, which shouldn't take too long to do. So let's head on out and do some palm leaves. I'm gonna knock on wood as I say this, but as soon as I go outside the gate, I'm gonna get attacked by a puma here. Have I watched Rick and Morty? Of course, dude. I've definitely watched Rick and Morty. Good show. Great show. Wait, who's hiding behind a fake username and profile picture? Did I miss something? I can't see profile pictures. I should mention that. Like on the stream. Oh, I don't have my other one set up. I need to pull that open. Thanks for reminding me, actually. Go ahead and do that real fast. Turn around, quick pause. Minimize that so I can actually see the chat. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh. Are you saying that down bad is monkey bacon? Cause that's funny to me too. Man, I need to go back and rewatch Rick and Morty, actually. That's a great show. Been a long time since I've checked that one out. Is that rain? Or is that just... No, that's just wind. I always get so hopeful when I hear the rain or the wind running through the trees. So hopeful. Rick Prime hadn't. See, King, I'm going to have to refresh myself. It's been so long that I'm not picking up on the reference, man. Which is kind of embarrassing to say. I feel like I should know Rick and Morty references. I am doing my best of catching up. Fun day for chat. Fun day for the chat. Oh, yeah, delicious. And we'll get rid of our parasites. Come on, get rid of them. Yeah, got rid of those parasites. It's me. I caught up. Good. Good. That's good to hear. I'm glad that I caught up. All right, so... Down bad? I think he's retracting his own messages because they pop up saying message retracted. I can still see him. All right. Are those... Does this count as a banana leaf?
Stupid piece
Nope.
of shit.
That was kind of unfortunate, though. I don't think I have any sticks over here. Yeah, I don't really have any sticks. There's one. Alright, now we just gotta find a large rock. Aw, that's very kind of you. Alright, let's see. There we go, there's one. It's always a pain when you can't find the one thing that you need to make a new tool. There we go. Gotta keep it spooky. It's not even spooky season yet, but I'm ready for spooky season. The temperature keeps like breaking 100 degrees over here. And so it's just like ridiculously hot as of late. You just got this game? This game's ridiculously hard. I'm currently on day 103. And I'm up at the airport. But yeah, it's definitely a ridiculous hard game. Learn the food. Learn the food and the water. That's like my #1 tip. It can be easy, but you just have to learn the food and the water. So, you're ready for 2026? The year's not even half over yet. Like, the year is half over at, like, the end of this month. Just hold on, King. You got this. If I'm being honest, I'm ready for this year to be over, too. My wife and I are planning on moving at the end of this year. Just into a new house. Like, we're still staying in California and stuff. And so I'm ready to be into a different space. Which... it's kind of annoying, but either way, like moving is kind of annoying. Gonna make the most of it though. This game is easy when you know what to do. That's fair. There are tribals. We just had our first. I've played over 1,000 hours in this game, and I didn't even know it was practical. But apparently, if you don't like clear out the tribals in the area, the scouts that are just like spawn around you and stuff like that, they will raid and attack your base. And so we actually, the first raid I've ever had to deal with in over 1,000 hours in this game, that was ridiculous. That was a big pain. All right, Close enough. Close enough to full. I don't think that's going to be enough to finish it off, but that's enough for me to get back in here. We're pretty sure that down bad is monkey bacon. They don't come too often. Typically, like, you'll find scouts out in the wilderness and stuff like that before anything else. Hang on, I get attacked by pumas, like, coming in from my base all the time. We doing Zomboid Sunday? I am down to get back into Zomboid. I actually just had to film a bunch of content at our base in Zomboid. And so that's in a video that we're going to be releasing pretty soon, as soon as Jay can find the nail gun in DayZ. Or not DayZ, 7 Days to Die. And let me rephrase that. As soon as the nail gun becomes apparent and, like, visible to Jay, he's searched for it for hours so far. And it's just not, like, it may not be in the game. Like, it's just craziness. Appreciate that, Max. Yeah, I try to do a bunch of Green Hell content. We're kind of putting this game to bed in the next month or so because Grounded 2 is coming out. And I also do a lot of Grounded streaming. But Green Hell is just a personal favorite, so I will never uninstall this game. It's like, it's just a big fan. Or I'm a big fan of it, you know what I mean? But either way, thanks for that follow, Max. Appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead. I don't know if this is enough, but I'm really hoping that this is going to be enough to finish out this roof. What, a flip-flop? What? Who's flip-flopping? Yeah, no worries, man. Appreciate that. There's actually a few games that we're going to try to get into over the summer. And so Grounded 2 is definitely going to be one of them. But I was trying to put Green Hell to bed so that way I could play Valheim. Because I bought a copy during the, like, winter Steam sale. And I've never played Valheim yet. Which, like, as somebody who's into base building, that's crazy. Like, Valheim is one of the better base builders that are out there. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations, King. Like, dude, I'm really proud of you. That's really cool. Like, that's really, really sweet. It's always great when you can start, like, benchmarking yourself with the content that you're producing and, like, just keep making it better and better and better as you go. And so that's something that we work on here a lot is we watch our own content, we review it, see what works, what doesn't work. Like, I just released a Green Hell build. And it is drastically underperforming. So, like, little insider tip. Like, we're about ready to replace the thumbnail and do a whole new title for it and that type of thing. See you later, down bad. Have a good one. I'll be your best friend there, King. I don't know if there's cross-platform in Green Hell. I don't think so. I'm definitely not sure if there's crossplay. I know there's multiplayer, but I'm not sure if there's, like, cross-platform. Maybe. I want to say maybe. Yeah, Valheim looks fun. Just never got around to playing it, you know. Great game, just never got into it. Oh yeah, buy bacon. That's what I meant to say. All right, let's go ahead and put these on right here. Or palm leaves. Yeah, okay. Makes me feel a little bit better. That's just palm leaves. Is that seriously all we can fit? Is just 3 palm leaves there? Ridiculousness. All right. Not opposed to it. If you head into our Discord, Max, which you can either just search Base Legend on Discord, or if you go to our YouTube, pretty much every single one of our videos has the name of the channel in it. Go ahead and join up on our Discord. That's where we try to, like, arrange times and places for people to play. Stuff like that. All right, add those into the final stack here. All right, so that means that building is officially done and ready for paint. So let's get all of our red paint here. I need our white paint, which means we need some maggots. Oh, I have compost on me, cool. Gonna save some time. Let's get these 2 empty bowls here. We'll go ahead and harvest this out. Nice. Well, we are looking forward to having you in there, Max. Sounds like a fun time. All right, so Brazil nut bowl plus a maggot is white paint. There we go. All right, and then now we can go paint the other building. Man, to see 3 buildings done That is nice. That makes me super happy. You know what? Before we do this, let's be smart about this. Let me fill these up because these are probably refreshed at this point. Yeah, these are full. And so let me go ahead and just get more water in our filters so we can keep moving along with that. Just got to keep these filters going. Don't want to just like run out of water this early. Welcome to TikTok, King. YouTube, get you bored. It's like that sometimes. I understand. All right, so there is some more down this way that I am going to grab. Let's go ahead and take care of that. I'm just kind of looking out because every once in a while the pumas can like get through the corners of your builds and stuff like that. So just trying to be a little cautious. Oops, didn't mean to drop that on the ground. You need to meet Max. Well, this is Max. So there you go. This is King. This is who I've been talking to on YouTube there, Max. All right, so let me go ahead and get this in here. There we go. Look at that. Almost got a full filter again. That's beautiful. All right, and then white paint. Let's do the trim first, I guess, right? What? Hey, man. We got everybody over on TikTok now. All right, so trim first. See, this is why I don't mind having all the posts, is because if you just hit the posts, you'll get the whole base done. Get all the trim over here. Yep. All right, let's get up to the next level here. I'll get the trim upstairs. Oh, and I also got to get the floor up here too. Hey, Miro. Yeah, fully. This is all the updates are definitely in this one. I'm trying to include as many of the most up-to-date stuff as possible. So, I mean, obviously we're doing the painting right now. But was the decoration update the last one? I think decorations was the last update they did. So, there you go. But yeah, that's going to be one of the longest parts of this build, is decorating the whole base. Going to be worth it, though. Oh, I forgot to do the other ladder. Going to have to go back and fix that. You can explain, King? What can you explain? Oh, that you're not supposed to be here. Oh, man. Oh, boy. That's kind of one of the main reasons why I enjoy streaming this game, is not that many people are still streaming it. But, like, I'm a big fan of it. It still tracks in 2025, you know? You have some motivation for me, King? What's the motivation there, buddy? Curious. I wish you could paint the bridges too. That'd be really nice. What's the point? What's the point of what? I'm curious. I'm curious what you're referring to. There we go. Look at all that beautiful trim. All right, let's go downstairs, do the ladder and the floor, and then we can do the actual stuff. Hey, Gavin, good to see you. Yeah, Master of Food, TikTok's a little sensitive when it comes to language. It's not like YouTube where I kind of just let you guys say whatever you want. And so, yeah, it's a little bit more than that. That was a weird parrot noise. Who's the other guy that streams on this account? That's Jay. That's one of my best friends, Jay. And he and I created this channel together. And so he actually did like a crazy 6-hour stream yesterday. You getting on your YouTube? When are you joining TikTok to stream on TikTok too, King? Or to release content, that is. A little bit more floor over here. That's kind of surprising, Master of Food. I'm a little surprised that that's the case. All right, so I don't want to just waste this paint, so let's go over here and just put some more over here. I mean, that's a valid point there, King. I don't know if anybody else can see your motivation, but that's motivating me. That's definitely motivating. The Discord, all you got to do is just search Base Legend, and it should pop up. Or you can go to here. I'll even show you how to do it. And the quickest way to find our Discord. Hang on. I always forget to pause this damn game. But if you go to that's Creator Studio. I don't want Creator Studio. I want my channel. There you go. So if you go to our channel, so that's Base Legend, right? And you go to literally any video, and I'm talking video, not live streams. And so, like, if you go to any video and you scroll down, and you click on this, right here, that top link, join the Discord server. This one should still be active, and I'll double check it right now. There it goes. And so, yeah, that's how you find our Discord. That's the easiest way to do it. Cool. All right, back into this. I need to remember to start like putting the links and stuff like that. I mean, that's very true too, King. That's very accurate. Sounds good, Max. Yeah, well, looking forward to having you in there. Cool. Well, we used up all that white paint. Let's go ahead. I'm excited. This is gonna look good when we get all the red on here. I've been kind of really excited about getting this one all painted up. No, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. That trim is not supposed to be red. All right, let's get some more. Let's get some more maggots here, and we'll fix that in a sec. Do I play the Forest? I do. We started the channel playing Sons of the Forest, and I've streamed the Forest a couple times, but not too frequently. And we got a video coming out actually that references the Forest too. I'll just say that. Tell Max he's a Jakey? What does that mean? I don't know what that is, King. I'm not gonna tell somebody something for you. You can tell them yourself. Hop on TikTok and tell them yourself. Sorry. No, I'm a big fan of the Forest. Dude, it's a great game. Hang on, let me make sure I don't eat a maggot here. It's a great game. And every time that I get into it, I still find crazy stuff about it. I don't know exactly, and it's Jakey, not Janky. Jakey. I'm not entirely sure. A lot of times my European viewers and stuff try to get me to use European slang and things like that. Sounds good, 17. You have a great rest of your night there, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. You started a new Grounded save? Nice. I'm probably going to be back in Grounded as soon as I finish this build. That's one of the reasons why I'm trying to push through it so far, is just to kind of make it as quick as possible. Like, I'm really optimistic about Grounded 2. Like, I feel like they're going to fix a lot of the things that I had issues with. Thank you for 2328 on YouTube. I see that sub. Thank you, guys. And so it's more about trying to get some of the other projects that we have done, so that way we can kind of free ourselves up for Grounded 2. I want to see them all too, Master of Food, because like you guys know me, I find a weapon I like, and like that's my game's weapon. Like that's all I'm using for the entirety of the game. You know what I mean? By a tribal in the Forest? Oh no, in this game they just straight up kill you. Like there's no survivors. There's no prisoners in this game. Did I rebuild after I got raided? Yeah, I did. It wasn't that bad. They just took down one of my gates and a bunch of my palisades. As soon as they broke through the walls, they kind of left me alone, and so I'm a little grateful for that, if I can be honest with you. Jake is really violent, I will say that. Hey Max, I see you on YouTube there. Alright, so I need to still do a bunch of white out there, because that's all brown still. Let's go ahead and do more of this red. Looks like we're going to need to get some more Psychotria, because yeah, we burnt all of that Psychotria out. Let's go ahead and do just one thing of white for right now. Yeah, I was pretty happy about it too, Gavin. The damage wasn't too bad. It was a little of a pain to have to like go back and get a lot of it fixed, but I mean it was just gates, so it's or not just the gates, the palisades. That was the biggest thing that got damaged, and so that only took a few minutes to get fixed up. You out of here, Master Food. Sounds good, buddy. Thank you very much as always for stopping by. Always appreciate you. There we go. I guess we are gonna need to get another one of these made. Cool. What is happening to my tab key? Being all funky. There we go. Oh, I was reacting to the ladder. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. It wasn't the tab key as much as I was walking on the ladder. Yikes! I've been there before, where you just don't want to move a cat because they're so comfortable and they finally fell asleep on your lap. You have my sympathies, sir. Alright, so I need one more thing of Psychotria. Luckily, I'm growing Psychotria right here. Woohoo! There's that Psychotria. Love it. Craft. Paint. There we go. Look at that. So simple. How do you recharge your stamina? The easiest way is going to sleep. Or you just need to find food that increases your energy. And so some good examples of that are the pig meat, or that stuff, the peccary, or however it's pronounced, meat. That's a good energy booster. All the meats kind of give you an energy boost. The blue mushrooms especially. Is this with mods? No. No, this is 103 days in Green Hell. And just non-stop building for 103 days. Yeah, they just added painting in the most recent update. Yeah, Master of Food, you were totally right. Blue mushrooms for energy there. But yeah, Curtis, they just added the blue mushrooms not too long ago, or not blue mushrooms, the painting not too long ago. Is that, what am I missing? I need to put the red paint on here. And, that's right, up to the roof. There was a couple things up there. A couple things. It's like most of this up here still needs to get painted. Sounds good, Master of Food. I'll see you in a few minutes when you Jacob around a little bit. You have a go, buddy. That's somebody who we haven't... Aw, man, I did it again. That's somebody we haven't seen in a while. We haven't seen Jacob. I wonder where Stranger is. Alright, we're heading down here again. I'm not going to fill up more white paint until I see how much damage I've done. Let's get one more thing of Psychotria here. I would love not to have to plant another one because I want to keep one alive, but it would be cool to like start building up the garden a little bit. You passed out 3 times during this one. Get some sleep, dude. Get some sleep, my friend. You deserve it. Like, please get some sleep. You have a good one, Master Food. All right, back up to the roof. Here we go. Last time. You have so many questions? Ask. Ask away. You can definitely ask. Alright, there we go. Come on. Oh, man. Just 3 left. Are you serious? Alright, well, I think I'm going to actually wait to do that one. You know, I saw some out here. Let me see if I can just find it again. Does my friend play this too? Does Jay? No, Jay doesn't play Green Hell. I say this with like no slight or anything like that, but we play completely different games. Like, so I play more of like the gritty hardcore survival games, and he plays the more base building centric ones. And so like he plays games like Voyagers of Nira and like Tales of Sekio or whatever it is. Like he plays a lot, and like there's nothing against those games at all. We just have different play styles and personalities when it comes to gaming. And so we kind of, that's one of the reasons why the channel works so well, in my opinion, of course, is that we do a bunch of different content that kind of hits a bunch of different niches too. There you go, Master of Food. Yeah, have a good one. All right, so I guess I was wrong. I can't remember where I saw that Psychotria, and I'm reaching the point where pulling back my bow is going to be too much of a pain if I get attacked by a puma. So it's pretty much just bedtime. And then in the morning, we're going for a bath before we eat. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Just make sure we're not going to get raided here. Gonna just check. There's some. Look at that. I knew I saw some recently. Man, one swing of that, I'm just exhausted. Alright, in here. There we go. Craft. And then craft. Cool. All right, with that being said, let's just finish this one off, and we are completely done. Hey, let me catch up on chat. Yeah, Max, if you got questions base-wise and stuff like that, like, please go right ahead. Yeah, like how to build stuff or like different survival aspects in this game. Like, if you're lucky, you'll see me make a mistake, and you'll actually have to see, like, you'll get to see, like, the real survival in this game. Because that's not really something that you see much anymore, because, like, the base has this giant wall on it. But either way, you're the expert on Green Hell, King. Why haven't we played Green Hell, then? Why haven't I ever seen a base? I want to see your Green Hell base, bud. That's what I want to see next. All right, hop on down here. Let's head to bed, and then in the morning we'll go have a bath. But check it out. Red building is done. There you go. You have 19,706 hours in this game, King. That's crazy awesome. Am I still carrying those banana seeds? Yeah, I got banana seeds, but I don't have the right trough here. All right, I want to fill those next time and start getting some other fruit in here. To bed. Man, how have I not gotten attacked by a puma? Your base is just a bed and a shack? Understandable. I've been there. What do you do for 20,000 hours in this game if you're not base building? What a great location that one is. All right, man. So I guess we can either start working on the yellow building, which is this one, or we can start working on the treehouse. And I'm thinking yellow building next, but I'm getting tired of just working on the basic buildings here. All right, well, either way, if we're going to work on this first, my guess is I need to just put out the frames. So let's get some logs. A 360 no scope on a tribal? I'd pay to watch that one. That sounds like fun. All right, I'm going to knock on wood when I say this. As soon as I open this door, I have a feeling I'm going to get hit by a puma. So, in fact, let me go ahead and put this down. Wow. Really? Craziness. All right, give me my cart then. Let's get going. Normally, my luck doesn't last this long. Hey, Joey. Not on this build, bud. This one is just a single solo player one. And there's a very specific thing that I'm working on. But if you join our Discord community, I'm never opposed to that. We usually try to play with as many of our community members as possible. Either just search Base Legend on Discord, and you'll find it. Or you can go to our YouTube, any one of our videos. That top link in the description. Ooh, was that Guababana? Guanabana? There it is. Yeah, give me one of those. Take 2. So with this, let's go ahead and harvest out the seeds. You've never played? Yeah, I know. I know, King, and it's okay. No worries. Thanks for that follow there, Joey. Appreciate it. All right, let me get down to the water here. Do we need rope? No, we're still good on the rope. All right, before we get all soapy, though, we still need a lot of resources. But let's go search for tribals, make sure we're not going to get raided. It's been a while since we've been attacked, so... Oh, and I need to find some more plantain lily, don't I? I got bit by a snake the other day. And so I had to use the last of my plantain lily. No tribals. We seem to be alright. Read that one. You know, it's funny. I can read the words of the emojis, like the what's that called, Unicode or whatever. I can read that because it doesn't actually show me emojis on the multi-chat app that I use, King. And so I don't know what those emojis look like. I can just do it. You need water bad. The easiest way to find water in this game is look for coconut trees. And so 2 seconds. What you're going to do is you're going to find... You know what? I'll keep that flower so that way I can do it. Nice, Tariki. Well, I hope that it comes soon for you. But all you got to do, if you really, really, really need water, The best thing to do is look for palm trees. So like these guys right here with the big palms on them. And then they'll drop coconuts, but you just got to kind of search around for them, and you will eventually find the coconuts. I've kept a few of them available in this area for this exact purpose. Man, not seeing any of them. That's what I was looking for, though. But yeah, look for coconuts. If you find one coconut on the ground, look up. There's 2 more in that tree. And that's enough to, hey, Henry, that's enough to increase your hydration by at least a third. And so that's probably your best bet, Max. The other thing you can do if you really, really, really need water is drink dirty water and immediately fix the parasites. Because parasites is nothing to worry about in green hell. It's not going to kill you if you have a parasite. All parasites do is just knock down your nutrition faster. And so it's really easy to survive if you have parasites. I agree with that one. Tariki is right about that. If you do need good hydration, the mud water filter is probably your best bet. I got leeches somewhere. There he is. There he is. So yeah, that mud filter, I got like 3 or 4 of them at this airport base, and I have to manually load them now, but it's still worth it. All right, so while that seemed like it was kind of a pointless trip, it really wasn't. I got some good resources that I needed, and we made sure that we weren't being tracked, so not bad. Let's get on back down to the water, though, and go have a bath. Any spiders here? Nah. All right, head on down here. Need to actually reactivate the composter, too. Get some more maggots going. Oh, I need to, before... Yep, let's harvest this out before we forget. Nice. Start planting some of our garden. Alright. So unfortunately, we gotta go for a swim every single time that we gotta get clean. How do you heal from a snake bite and get rid of parasites? Snake bites, if you have full health when you get bit by the snake, don't even worry about healing from it. Like, you'll survive the poison and all of that. Just don't sprint. Like, don't run around when you get poisoned, because the fever will drain your energy like 10 times faster. And so if you get bit by a snake, just kind of like stay calm. There's 2 plants that can really fix poison. Number one is this one. It's called plantain lily. I always keep a stack of it in my inventory for that exact purpose if I get bit by a spider or a snake. It doesn't do anything for the fever, though. And so that's a different story altogether. The parasites, those are easier to get rid of. There's 3 plants that you can do for the parasites. One of them is this one, the guababana, which is, it grows on a tree. It looks like an avocado. That plant right there is enough to get rid of, I think, 2 parasites. The blue mushrooms also get rid of 2 parasites. You find those on the Brazil nut trees. And then the last thing to get rid of parasites, probably the easiest one that I look for, is copahanga, which are the orange mushrooms that like look like little cups. I'll see if I can spot some on the way back so you can see what I'm talking about. Man, I need like a little bit of everything here. There we go. All right, that'll at least satiate me until I get back to the base. I'm going to leave the cart here and go handle my my hunger and thirst and all that stuff. But either way, let's see if we can find some copahanga. Nope, those are just regular mushrooms. These are just good for carbs. Not even really. They're only like 5 each, but they grow so plentifully that, like, I don't know. I always find them easy. Let's see if we can find some. How do you make storage? There's a couple of different options. The best one is your mud storage. And so go to the river and pick up some, like, there's copahanga. So Max, that's what you're looking for to fix parasites. These orange mushrooms right here. This is the copahanga mushroom. Looks like that in your inventory. And that is what you're doing. Plantain leaves. Let me see if I can find one. They're big old purple plants, and you just, like, slice them, and that'll work. But, yeah, so, Joey, back to your question. Storage. This one. The storage box, you unlock that by just picking up a piece of mud. These storage baskets, they should, as soon as you pick up one of the things that these hold, like big stones, green coconuts, mud bricks, or stone obsidian storage, etc., you should unlock those too. And so those are your best options for it. if I understand correctly, most people who are named Max are either formerly named King. This is just for your own knowledge. Are either named Maxwell or Maximilian. How to get mud? That's just go to any shore where there's like water, like a riverbank or anything like that, and right-click on it like you were gonna wash your hands, and it'll give you an option to gather mud instead of just washing your hands. So that's your best bet there. Sounds good, Max. You have a good one, man. All right, let's get back inside here. Man, no puma yet, which I'm kind of surprised about. We got dirty from killing that pig, and I haven't like fixed anything, so I'm kind of glad that I picked up that one Copahanga because I made a dumb mistake here. You know, King, I don't think that Max would be able to see that one that you just put, that little motivation there. I'm just going to throw it out there. Only I can see those. You killed a puma? Nice. Nice work, dude. Hell yeah. All right, well, let's get our hydration back up with our filter here, and then we're going to get some water in here. Finally start using this one, too. Sweet. All right, let's put this meat over here. No, I'm not going to pass that along for you, King. Rude. All right, let's get this down. And again, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have, like, killed that pig. But it was just right there. And it was just so worthwhile. So we're going to eat these. I might even get parasites right here. No parasites? Wow. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, no, King. This is not how I do business. You know that. All right, so this is our next step right here, is getting this up to snuff. This is only going to be a 2-story, and you can't even get onto the roof of this one. And so we're going to keep it as just straightforward as possible. But yeah, like this one, you're not even going to be able to do that. The teacher's pet? No, I was not the teacher's pet. Are you kidding me? Like, I actually, wait, how, Joey, how on what question? I'm sorry, you're going to need to clarify that one for me, bud. But I went back, and this is actually a true story. I went back after I graduated to my high school because, like, I used to be involved in, like, the theater department. And so I went back to, like, help them with some theater stuff. And when I went back, I also ended up visiting. Oh, you can't pick up the mud? Hang on, because there's no water up here where I'm at, so I need to actually like travel a little bit, and I can travel and go get some mud bricks myself. So give me 2 seconds. Gonna go on a little. Oh, you figured it out? All right. You know what? I'm still gonna go get the mud bricks that I have exploiting, sitting down at the exploit. Sorry, I like always get attacked by a puma there, and these bees don't make it easy to hear them now. How you doing, Dillo? Are you friends with me yet? I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend, Dillo. 49 on the trust. Okay. Oh, he needs food. You need food and water, buddy. Here, have some maggots. And let's just take care of your water here. There you go. There you go, friend. All right, and do you have poop in here? I gotta clean any poops? Yep, there's some poops. Okay, we seem to be all right. You need bugs. Let me go get you some bugs. No, far from that, King. Was never that type of person at all. Oh man, I hated those people. Like legitimately, like they annoyed me. I was the type of person that would try to distract the teacher at the beginning of class. So that way there would never be any homework collection. That's disturbing, King. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody else can read that one but me. But that one was disturbing. That's see, okay, if you ask for it yourself personally, whatever, you know? It's when you start including other people into it, that's when it gets ridiculous. Like, that's when I don't support it at all. I find that nonsensical. All right, look at how much we're filling this one up. I love it. Love it. So I don't need to really go get the mud, but I want to go get the mud because it's just been kind of sitting there for the longest time. And I need to go on a bug collecting trip because my compost, yeah, I haven't really been putting anything in the compost here. Let me see if I can actually build up my compost real quick. What is something dead over here? No? Alright, whatever. Whatever. I'll go this way. See, that's ridiculous. That's not okay. Your decision should not affect other people. Like, your choices for more work and stuff like that should not affect other people, in my opinion. That's just obscene. Alright, let's just grab as much random food as possible so we can throw it in the compost bin. Kind of a little bit of anything will work here. Just gonna, there's some maggots right there that we'll be able to throw right in. That's pretty cool. Avoid that anthill. I've never given one of the ants to my armadillo, but I'm sure he would probably like that. Let's see what we can find. Anything? No. No grubs either. Alright, well, let's go check the banana trees and all of that stuff. I like armadillo poop in the mouth. I do not. I can firmly say that that's one I'm not a fan of. I think I heard a spider. No, no spider. I would hope. I would hope that would make you uncomfortable to write it. It was kind of uncomfortable to read it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still kind of funny. But that's just my humor. Alright, let's see what we can. Any more grubs? No mushrooms either. There's some mushrooms. Trying to get anything. It's a little silly, but just trying to get literally anything we can to put in our composter. You're just having a fun day today, aren't you, King? Anything back here? I heard a lizard, but that's about it. More of these mushrooms. Oh, am I officially over encumbered? Alright, we can ditch 2 of these Brazil nut bowls because I've just had too many anyway. Let's head on back this way. So it's been 48 hours. I should... Oh, there's a spider somewhere. There he is. Yeah, give me that. So I should, and emphasis on the word should here, be good enough to head back. Let's grab all these sticks and just drop them so we're not over encumbered. Just recollect the sticks later. I'm hoping that this is enough to fill the compost, but we'll see. I'm optimistic, but I mean, I'm typically optimistic to a fault. And so we'll see. We'll see what we can do here. I was crossing, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw that, right? These, like, dry leaves things. And I'm not entirely sure why it's like that, but I thought it was a rattlesnake at first. That was trippy. What's up, pig? Oh, that was a bad shot. That was a terrible shot. Perfect. So I feel like that bath that I took this morning by jumping into the water, complete waste of time at this point. Complete waste of time. Alright, inside of our armadillo or pen here. I am not going to fill these other pens until I am like ready for the base tour, because keeping 3 pens is ridiculous. Nobody needs that much. Alright, have a spider. I thought I killed some other bugs. Oh, yeah, the larva. There it is. Alright, that'll keep you alive for a while. Cool. These are empty. Cool. Alright, buddy. Have fun. Eat up. Oh, went the wrong way. Don't. I don't actually know if they can escape or not. That's not anything that I've looked into. All right, let's get into the base again. Got a bunch of stuff to throw. Close that too soon. Sounds good, King. You have a good rest of your night there, bud. All right, so we're walking slow because I'm just loaded up on food right now. But that won't take too long to get it done. Compost is just right around the corner here. I guess I could also put the eggs from the parrot nests in there, but not like a big deal if I don't. All right, food going in the composter. Get these 2 bananas, the guavabana. I have seeds for that one, right? Yep. And then banana seeds. Where are my other seeds? I definitely had... There they are. There's hidden under this bone here. Can I put the bone in there? Hang on. I kind of just threw a bone inside of here. And I've never done this before. Did not mean for that to happen. Can I not pick that up now? It's lame. Alright, whatever. It'll disappear by next spawn. Animal droppings. Perfect. Get those in there. Can I put bones in here? You can put bones in here? Oh my god, I'm gonna start composting all of my bones. That's amazing. I did not know that. That's kind of a game changer. Alright, I don't want to throw that meat in there unless I have to, but we'll put this macaw meat. That can go in here too. Nice, nice, nice. What game is this, Federico? This is Green Hell. One of the hardest survival games ever made. My opinion, of course. Alright, so there we go. Compost is being worked on here. Got a bunch of just random food and maggots. I guess we can give the maggots... nah, too much work. Alright, so this is our next step right here. Is getting this up to par. It looks like we need just the logs, right? Or, well, no, I guess we still need some sticks right here. Okay. Man, I'm like super happy that I figured out that you could put bones in that. That's something that I've been like not struggling with, but has been kind of a nuisance, is how long it legitimately takes to load that thing up. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm just checking. I don't have my cart with me. I wasted like about half of my energy today just doing kind of stupid stuff. And so I'm just checking some of my normal spots to see if I can get one stick. Come back in and finish a little bit of this up. This one is going to be the smallest building. I don't know why I didn't start with... Oh, wait. Is Max still here? Max, you were asking what... Hang on. Bird eater tried to bite me. Max, you were asking what the plantain lily looks like. This is what plantain lily looks like. And so that's it right there. Just it's wide leaves and then purple flowers on top. There's another one that's the tobacco plant. But you don't eat the tobacco plant. You mix the tobacco leaf with a bandage. And that's how you create a bandage that fixes poison. So yeah. But plantain lilies, I like plantain lilies because all you have to do is just eat them and they work. Alright, so this was kind of a waste. I don't know why I decided to just go out like that and do it. You just died? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Joey. That's unfortunate. How'd you die? That's one of my favorite things about this game is trading death stories about like some of the most ridiculous deaths in this game. Because when I first started playing, my first 5 or 6 times into this game, I died probably every 20 minutes or less. Like it is a brutal game, and people who say like, "Oh, Green Hell is easy," either you spent a long time perfecting yourself in this game, or you're lying because this is not an easy game at all. And so you have my sympathies, Joey. I'm curious how you died though. That's never fun. Like, I think whenever we play Project Zomboid, there's like a 50-50 chance that I'm going to get killed in that game, every stream that we do. And so I don't put that much stake in my characters. Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah. It takes a very, very long time to get up to a sufficient level of skill in this game. And I legitimately mean a long, long time to get up to a high level of skill in this game. To, like, and I'm not even saying that, like, I'm really good at this game, but it is probably one of the games that I'm better at that we play on the channel. Just, I mean, there's been times, this is actually one of my favorite things. I turned it into a short. there is a massive short on our channel about this. But I basically made a short about how like my worst encounter in Green Hell. And so, long story short, I got attacked by a puma and I wasn't wearing any armor. So I had these 2 massive lacerations in my leg, like 1 per leg. And then I think I also had like just like a scratch or abrasion on my arm too. And so I bandaged all 3 of them up, and I got 2 or 3 of them got infected. And so I was nowhere near anything like anything. But somehow I managed from like the brink of defeat to pull myself back. And actually, if I remember correctly, that's this playthrough. It's one of like the first days of this play. Nice, a croc without armor. Nice, that's awesome, dude. What you know what? That's a tip. If you just got this game, Joey, I'm gonna teach you the biggest tip in the world. Long stick plus rope. Make a bow and arrow as soon as possible. And then the arrows are equally as simple. It's just bird feathers, 2 bird feathers, 1 small stick. And as soon as you get a bow and arrow, this game gets a lot easier. And I mean a lot easier, to the point where it's almost disgusting. Everything in this game can die from 1 headshot, except for the black caimans. And so like the crocodile that you just killed, takes 2 headshots and it goes down, and you can keep your distance. They're slow enough to where you can just straight up keep your distance from them and take them out. But dude, that's epic killing it with a spear. That takes a little bit of skill. So I'm impressed. Definitely not an easy one at all. Man, I thought the other small or long stick fell back this way, but I guess I was wrong. Is it up here? Where'd it fall? What? Ridiculous. Oh, I'm already tired on this character. And then Joey, this is also a big tip too. I don't know if you did the tutorial, but that plant right there, the yellow flowers, that's Molinera. That is how you make your bandages. And so that is a big one. You hate it when you lose a stick? I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel your pain, my friend. Welcome back, Maxwell. Good stuff. We were actually, while you were out, I came across some plantain lily. And so I was going to point it out to you. But you took off for a little bit. We're going to run by it again, so I'll point it out again for you. Nice. All right, let's get back up here. Just need a couple more logs and sticks. I also should probably hunt some tribals while I'm out here, too. Just walk on back here. Stupid centipede. My armadillo's going to eat that one. Alright, so 2 more logs and like I think 10, maybe 9 more long sticks. So let's chop down a bunch of these long sticks first. Oh, that was a miss. Come on now. That was just weak, Jake. Nice. That'll do. Alright, so here are the logs we need. We'll get the long sticks in a second. Jakey boy is tired here. I might take him for a, I'm gonna definitely give him a bath, like, before we head on back to the base. Just go hop down into that little water cave area. But when we get back, I need to do something about my energy. All right, 2 more long sticks. That'll do it. Cool. Gotta love the full cart. Personally, I think that that this cart is a little lacking compared to the cart in Sons of the Forest. I feel like that the second cart, like there's 2 carts in Sons of the Forest. There's one that's basically this cart, right? It's just a really straightforward cart. You can put, I think, 2 objects on it, just like that one. But then there's this upgraded one that you get access to, and that cart can fit like 2 different objects. Then there's all these like little side containers on it. It's probably my favorite one in any game. All right, let's hop down in here. Go for a little swim. I don't even need to swim around. I just feel like it adds to the realism if I do move around. You know, if you just jump into water, you're not going to get clean. All right, there we go. What kind of actual food do we have here? The character's kind of hungry. Got a bunch of just miscellaneous junk. None of it's going to increase my energy. Actually, those mushrooms will a little bit, but not enough. It's too much Copahanga. Just eat it anyway. Alright, let's get back to the base. I want to get back to the base without hurting myself, killing anything, or like any of that ridiculousness, right? Oh, I should have gotten water. Damn it, that was dumb. Whatever, doesn't matter. Let's just get back. Alright, because I'm tired, right? But if I'm going to sleep, which I think I am going to go to sleep, I think it'd be cool to wake up and be able to like have a full breakfast and stuff like that. So let's get back really chill. Making a fire is pretty simple. You got to start off by making a hand drill. And so to make a hand drill, I can actually show you that one. Hang on one sec. To make a hand drill, all you have to do is take one small stick or one large stick, and you can either combine it with one plank, or if you can't find any planks, craft one large stick or one regular stick with one small stick, and you get a hand drill, right? Once you have a hand drill, I have a fire bow, which is kind of a hand drill, but a little bit bigger, right? Once you do that, all you have to do is make your fire. So you open up your guidebook here, then you go to the food tab, small fire. There it is right there. Put it on the ground there. Load it out, right? And then to actually light the fire, go back into your inventory, go to your fire tab, right click on your fire instrument tool, like your fire bow or your hand drill or whatever, use it. And then you got to put some fuel inside of it. So like dry leaves is something that you can put inside of it. And then as soon as that goes inside of there, Jake will start making your fire. Just make sure you have enough energy, because it will deplete. If you're just using the traditional hand drill, it takes away, I think, like 20 to 25% of your energy to make it. So you have to have enough energy to make a fire. But yeah, that's it. It's a little bit of a process. I think there's actually a video on our channel of how to make a fire. Like, it's an older video, but it still checks out. No rope. Okay, don't need any rope. Cool. You know what? Actually, here you go. So I'm not going to make a fire right now because I'm so tired, but I might make one in the morning and make some coffee or something like that. Just make sure we're not going to get raided. All right, let's get some sleep. Let's get some sleep. You know what? Actually, before we get some sleep, I'm like super tired right now, but I have all these bugs. Like I have maggots, a bird eater, and the centipede out here. So we might as well. And if I can survive for a little bit, I'd also like to get my water. Oh, that little load didn't make me happy. A lot of times when that happens, it means that a predator just spawned onto the map. I'm like super paranoid about getting hit by a puma, because it's been like I haven't gotten hit by one this entire stream. So let's see. Still optimistic. All right. All right, back in the safety of our walls. All right, so let's take care of our water production, and then it's time for bed. And then more building tomorrow morning. Or I guess we're going to start building at night. It's pretty much bedtime, right? Or, well, it's pretty much like noon. No, it's what, 3 p.m.? Yeah, 3 p.m.
I need to rest.
I know you need to rest. Calm down, Jakey boy. All right, just fill up our water here. Man, love how much water we're producing. Love it so much. Look at that. All right, we're going to pass out soon. I got to hurry up here. Don't want to waste any more time here. Oops. That one. That's what we wanted. There we go. All right, so one's pretty much all full. Do I like No Man's Sky? You know what? I've only played a little bit of No Man's Sky. It is a gorgeous game. Oh, other Joey. Hey, Joey. It is a gorgeous game, but I haven't played much since like the original release. I was one of those people that played it like back when it was really, really not that good, and I haven't played too much of it after it got so much better. We talked about it in a recent video. I mean, it's a gorgeous looking game. I just personally haven't had a chance to play much of it. All right. Back to building. This is what I was talking about, though. Before I did the build, I wanted to get all of my macros up, which means I wanted to go to bed fully clean, so that way I could just eat a bunch of stuff and get, like, ready to go. There's that. Perfect. Man, just a little bit of carbs, and I'm, like, in business here. Oh, gotta put that meat on here. Let's go take care of that. You know, I'm curious, what happens when I do this? No. I was kind of optimistic that if I did a whole stack, it would just kind of distribute it, but it didn't do that. Oh, that's awesome, Joey. I'm pretty sure I try to remember everybody. The name looks familiar. I will be back into Grounded probably next week. I'm trying to get this build done so we can put Green Hell to bed for a while, so we can focus pretty exclusively on Grounded in the future. And so that's kind of the game plan. I'm hoping to be done with it very soon. It's just a matter of finishing this last building and a few other amenities. Speaking of which, let's get to it. Let's get to it. I'm excited to get back into Grounded before the new one shows up. Thanks for the likes, Olivia. Appreciate it. It was very surprising because I was minding my own business, and out of nowhere, somebody just posted in our Discord. They were like, they announced Grounded 2. And it was just immediate stop of everything that we were doing. And everybody just started focusing on the trailer, started chatting. Like, it was a lot of fun. Was not expecting this game in the slightest. Okay. Just need to get... I should be putting the ropes on these too. Don't know why I'm not. You can put ropes on while you're holding sticks in this game. Alright, so we're definitely going to need more rope, but making it happen. Oh, what's that? We need 7 more sticks? Cool. We have enough to finish most of our floor here. It's kind of rare. Still have a lot more to do, like sticks-wise, or log-wise. But, oh, I didn't need that many. I just needed 2. Okay. Alright, so let's get the logs on, and then we'll do a count to see what other resources we need. We're going to need another thing of logs, but I want to know if it's going to be 1 or 2. You know? So there's 1. Alright, get back here. There we go. It's 2. Come on now. There we go. Alright. So we need 1, 2, 3 logs. Yeah, okay, so just one side of this needs to be logs, and then the other side of it we can keep sticks. So let's go take care of that. We've been chopping on that back end, so let's go chop over here for a while. I actually, so with that base that I was working on, check for pumas. Okay. With that base that I was working on in Grounded, the last streams don't do it justice to where it currently is. I've probably put in another like 10 to 20 hours on that base since those live streams, just because I was tired of doing the same things over and over and over again on the live streams. And so I got to a point where I finished a bunch of the tasks that I was working on, and so I think it looks really cool now, but we'll see. We'll let you guys be the judge of that. But yeah, super excited to get back into Grounded. Okay. That's my #1 survival game tip, is when you're doing large scale base building, do it in phases. And so if you come out to collect a ton of resources, like we're currently out here collecting a full cart's worth of resources, don't bother putting them in your cart until you've chopped them all down. Like, I don't know why, but I've always shaved off so much time when I do it this way as opposed to the other way. I'm sure that that's just my perspective talking, and it actually isn't any more quick or efficient or anything like that. But I don't know. I've always been that way in like games like Sons of the Forest too. It's just if you can, it just makes more sense in my mind. All right, let's find this leech. It's always on the last limb. It's always on the last limb. All right. So we need 9 logs and 20 of the long sticks. So this shouldn't be too bad. I'm at least optimistic that it's not going to be bad. I got all the ropes I needed, right? Yep. Got it. It looks like I still, with all of that, I may not have cut down all of the stuff that I needed. So, still could have gone even harder. Anything else? No? Seriously? It's kind of surprising. Alright, so it looks like we're going to need 8 more of the long sticks. And then just like 1 more log? Seriously? That's kind of sad. I thought I was counting the logs properly there, but I messed up. Alright, one more tree here. I'm going to slice one of these logs to get some more sticks out. And hopefully this should cover it all. So there's the sticks. Should be 1 more stick over here, right? Where'd that last stick go? There it is. Yep, and then, come on now. There we go. Alright, so 3 more long sticks. 2 more logs. Or is it just 1 more log? Yep, just the 1 log. 2 more long sticks, though. 1 long stick. Seriously? It's kind of lame. Kind of expecting that one. Alright, hang on. I'm sorry, now we need 2 more long sticks. Alright, I know that we got full rope too, so we're good to head back. Alright, so this should be enough to at least finish the top and bottom floor. But the next step is we got to frame. I was thinking about having some of this one be outside, and like having just an outdoor area, like a door leading to the outside, and then not have it fenced, just to kind of have a little bit more space and diversity. And so we'll see. I think I'll do that for this this last 2 over here. It just makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Cool. And we also have enough rope. That's kind of coincidental. I did not plan for that to be appropriate. Get our stamina up here. Okay, there we go. Come on. There we go. Last one. All right, now we just need our logs. I don't know why I put that ladder on backwards. Okay, there's 1 platform. Two platforms. Three platforms. Cool. Do we really want this to be that low? I mean, it could just basically be a nice defensive platform, like that one. Yeah, okay. I see how I want to do it. I'm going to keep the last 2 there exposed, but the rest of them we're going to platform up like we normally would. Cool. All right, so this is going to be 8, 16, 24. So we need 24 logs on this one. And then each one of those is also going to be 4. So 24 logs and 24 long sticks. So here's your 20 long sticks. Or actually, that's 23. Not bad. And then we'll be able to get 18 on the logs. So we'll still have a lot more to do there. Compost is almost done. Oh, nope. Firebow can stay. We're getting rid of the plank, though. Hey, Henry. Haven't decided yet. But, I mean, the Minecraft server, our Minecraft server runs 24/7. And so you guys can play even when I'm not on. We have mods that check in constantly, and we get pings in our Discord and stuff like that if people need us. And so, yeah, like the Minecraft server, hop on in whenever you want, my friend. Have some fun. All right, let's replenish up our ropes. And then we'll get back to chopping trees down. So this one, we're going to just focus on getting 100% logs. We're still going to need more after this, but it's a lot of logs. And so we need to chop down 9 trees to make this happen. There's 2. And when I say trees, I mean the big ones, not these small ones. There's 3. I'll grab this one so that way it's not all the way down here. Stack them up right here for now. Alright, so there's 6 logs. Slowly making it happen. Alright, there's another 6 logs. Let's go ahead and marry those up over here. Alright, so we got 12. We can do another 6, and then it'll be time to go. Hey, Sean. I love it. It's one of my favorite base building survival games that's out there. I've put in over 1,000 hours on it across multiple different platforms. And so I'm a big fan of it. Couple recommendations. Don't get the Nintendo Switch version of it. I know it's enticing because of the price of it, but it is not the same game. It stops after the Metal update, and so there's no multiplayer in that one. It's maddening. It can be. It definitely can be. There's a steep learning curve with Green Hell with the Ant. There's definitely is a steep learning curve. But if you can get past the learning curve, it is by far one of the most satisfying and gratifying survival games out there. I think if it's under $10, that's 100% worth it in my opinion. Like I would say don't pay over 20 for this game because they always put it on a sale. And they're about ready to release a new game. Is it like The Forest? There's parts of it that are like The Forest. It's not as scary. Like, it's not as horrific as the Forest is supposed to be. It's a much more relaxed game. There's moments of it that can be scary. But for the most part, Sean, it's like... It's more of a laid-back survival game until something goes wrong. And then it's one of the most difficult survival games you'll ever encounter. Like, because things can go wrong very, very quickly in this game. But either way. Alright, let's get back into the base. Get those new platforms done. Let's see. I think we're on day either 104 or 105. This is day 105. There we go, everybody. Day 105. Alright, so this is what a 100-day base looks like, Sean. If you're wondering what it takes to kind of put something together in this. It's a very difficult game to kind of understand the building mechanics, but if you can get over that learning curve, one of the most rewarding games out there. All right, there's 3. We're still gonna need to go out and get, I think, 6 more logs before we're done with this. Yeah, no worries, man. And if you guys ever have any questions about Green Hell or kind of any of the survival games that we play on this channel, let me know. Be more than glad to answer anything. Would love to get this base finished though. The goal is getting it done before the Grounded 2 release, because we're definitely going to be streaming the Grounded 2 release on the day it happens, and I'm probably going to stream that game for like 2 weeks straight. Thanks for that follow, Sean. Appreciate it. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so we came really close. My math must have been a little off. All right, so what do we need to finish off this log-wise? 1? That's it? Seriously? We're just missing 1 log? Dude, okay. Let's get 1 log. In fact, let's get 2 logs. Right? That makes the most sense. Come back with more than what we need. Keep my eyes out for pumas. Alright. So getting this thing framed out is going to be a blast. I'm actually kind of really excited to see it framed out. I'm still going to put a ladder to get onto the roof here, but the ladder is going to be on the outside on the wall, which I think is going to be pretty fun. Oh, I'm glad I grabbed a second log. Nice. We actually needed a second log. That worked out really well. All right, so now we need all of these sticks, which won't take too long. Just wish that I could carry more than 5 at a time. I don't know. That seems like a unnecessary request to be able to carry like more than 5 small logs at a time, because that's what these long sticks really are. They're basically just small logs. Giant tree branches, basically. All right, let's get this guy done. I'd love to actually get this whole thing done before the end of the stream, but I don't think that's practical. All right, well, there's 2 frames. It's kind of cool. All right, we're out of rope. That's not a big deal. I think I'm going to need to go get some more sticks anyway. Really? Silly centipede thinking it mattered. All right, let's get back up here and get some of the walls done too. At least the ones that I'd be able to see, which isn't many. Okay, so there's 3 left. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go get 1 more stick to finish this out, and a bunch of rope. Can't forget all that rope. Or do I? Hang on. No. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're good on that one then. Yo, what up, Big Bird? Good to see you. Good to see you, buddy. Okay, so we can start putting walls here. So this one, it's not like the craziest thing. I haven't really thought about this, but I kind of want to get... Okay. Nah, I was going to do this a weird way, but I think that's kind of dumb. Let's go ahead and get some windows and doors here. So we'll do a door here, and then that one will just be a regular wall. Windows. Put a window here. We'll put a window... Oh, wait, no. There's no rope on that one. Can't put a window there. Put a window back there, and we'll put a window here. Great locations for windows. All right, so I guess if we don't need any more... Yeah, we need sticks. Let's go get a whole thing of sticks and some more rope. Oh, we can clear out some more of our inventory. Not like it matters, but there's a bunch of just seeds and stuff. Not a bunch, but just some seeds and crap in here. Okay. These are those oranges. I don't actually know the names of these. Okay, those aren't for that. Those aren't going to fit here. That'll fit there, though. That's a plantain lily. Okay, cool. And the Psychotria is already grown, so we don't need to worry about watering it. But for this one, we are going to water it because I want to get these growing and looking pretty. So there we go. Cool. All right, let's head on back out here and get some more rope. Get some more sticks. That's all I'm going to focus on is just long sticks. All right, hang on. Puma check. Okay, we're clear. So again, I'm just going to try to get some long sticks here, because I'm not too worried about anything else. I always felt like this puddle right here should be deep enough for me to get mud. But, I don't know. They won't let me get mud there. Alright, again, all I'm focusing on is just long sticks. Not really worried about anything else. Oh, and rope. Long sticks and rope. But I figure if I bring back 40 long sticks, that should be enough to do all the platforming that I need to get done. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Look at that snake. Look at him camouflaged in there. You suck. You stay away. Alright, let's get all this rope we can handle. I need to go on a tribal scouting trip soon. Make sure we're not being stalked. And again, I'm going to say this while knocking on wood, but my enemies are either afraid of me or they don't know where I am. Because it really doesn't make sense to me why I haven't seen any tribals this stream, or any pumas for that matter. Man, am I getting tired too. Oh, come on. Be better, Jake. Be better. Let's get these maggots while we're here. Things you can typically only say in Green Hell. Let's get these maggots. Alright, that's enough to at least get the party started. Probably should have my bow out instead of my axe, but whatever. That's the only times I really seriously get injured in this game, is when I don't do miscellaneous work with my bow out, and like I have just my other random tools equipped. Because when a puma comes at you, you don't have the time to change weapons effectively, and you have to start attacking it immediately, otherwise you're going to start getting lacerations very quickly, even if you have armor. And so every single time, I've just, rule of habit, is even if you are cutting down like 20 trees, every single time that you move between trees, just switch to your bow. You get into that habit, it's one of those survival things you kind of just have to do in Green Hell. But you just build with your head on a swivel. Oh, come on. That should have chopped that. That was dumb. See, did it again. There we go. Switch back to the bow before we pick anything up. Nah. Okay. There we go. It's not that bad. Still need to destroy like 5 different trees here. That was rain. I heard thunder. Oh, that makes me so happy. So this is going to sound dumb, but I've been dealing with the dry season for like 20 some odd days. And so finally getting rain in this game is like the reward at the end of a horrible, horrible dry season. It would be so cool to finish this build right here in the dry, like in the wet season. Building in the wet season versus building in the dry season is night and day different. Because now I don't have to worry about getting clean. My showers are getting filled. And I have 3 showers at the drug lab here. And since it's raining, I'm less worried about doing something stupid like eating. Still got parasites there, but whatever. It just makes me super happy that that finally happened. I thought I was like days, like a week or so away from getting to the dry season, but I guess not. Guess we're ready to go. kind of completely changes my outlook on finishing this base. Again, just waste so much time in the other seasons. And this first rain is always like ridiculously good too. And what I mean by that is like it's enough to refill all of your amenities again once and for all, which I think is really awesome. That's something that I need to finish doing is I need to go get 2 more tortoise shells or figure out something for my I have these 2 water filters that don't have anything like under them, and so they're not actually catching any of the water. Alright, so it's pretty much it's bedtime for me. Pretty exhausted on this character. Get these 40 sticks back, and then go on a quick parasite hunt. Or, well, parasite cure hunt. One of the trees that I plan on putting inside of this garden that's going to be in the middle here, one of these trees is pretty much the whole part of it is just going to be for parasites and stuff. Oh, is the rain over? Give me a shower. Oh yeah, look at that. Finally got clean at my own base. Okay, so before we go to bed, let's go find some Copahonga and eat some actual food for a sec. Cool. Alright, Copahonga, super easy to find. That's one thing that, like, I used to worry about parasites. Like, as soon as I would get parasites, I'd immediately stop and go try to fix it or something like that. And so, like, water is the one thing that everybody, like, dies from really early on in this game, is they don't know how to do the water. Like, they don't know how to purify it, or they don't know how to, like, gather it. And so water is the one thing that I always see people struggle with. I mean, what's worse? Dying of thirst, or like having no energy, or having full energy but you have a parasite, so it's going to drain like 10-20% faster. And I don't know, just after you have that realization that it's better to have parasites than anything else. You can't make a fire, Max? Hang on, I got you. 1 sec. Let me just get some rest real fast. Let me just sleep. And then I will show you everything step by step here. You need a thing in your notebook. Kind of, not really. You need to unlock the thing in your notebook. And it should have unlocked inside of the tutorial when Mia tells you that you need a lighter. And if you don't, then you just need to make one. But here, okay, so this is step by step. You know what, might as well make a little food for myself here. So let me go ahead and lay it out. Okay, so step 1, build the hand drill. Okay, all you got to do to build a hand drill, just get some sticks. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got our stick. All you need to do for a hand drill, craft 1 stick with 1 small stick. Okay, and you just make a basic hand drill. And so there's our hand drill right there. Then, go ahead and harvest this so we get our small stick back. You can also do it with a plank, but this is just the easiest way. That should have unlocked the fire, okay? So then you go into the notebook and you go to this tab, the food and drink tab, click on the small fire, and you can place it kind of wherever you want, okay? Insert all the sticks into it as normal. And then there's several ways to get the kindling that you need to actually do it. I have some dry plant on me, but I might as well show you how to get another one. My personal favorite one to get is to look for banana leaves and trees and stuff like this. You see that one, how it's discolored? That's a dry leaf. And so that's how you get the dry leaves. Or you have to find, I'm looking for it, one of these. This is a great one, okay? You go over to one of these palm trees that are like really fibrous on the trunk. Chop it down. If I can actually chop it, my God. This one's like inside of the rock. There we go. So chop it down, right? after the leaves come off on it, let me just get these out of the way. After the leaves come off of it, don't stop. Chop down the trunk too, okay? So chop down the trunk. There we go. And from there, you'll get one log and then fiber. You see those 3 pieces of fiber there? That's what you're after. So grab your fiber. That's how you're going to make the fire, is hand drill plus fiber. And so we'll get on back here. Make sure I'm not about ready to get attacked by a puma or anything crazy like that. All right, and here. All right, so I'm even going to use the tool that you'll have. So I'll use this hand drill that I made. Hey, Sean. Good to see you there, buddy. So there's your hand drill, right? Then you take your fiber, put it inside the hand drill. He'll just make the ember. Once it's in your hand, go to your fire and ignite. That's it. That's how you do the fire. Excuse me. Sorry about that. From there, you can kind of just cook with it and do whatever you need to it. But that is the simplest, and I truly mean that. That is the simplest way to make a fire in this game. So hopefully that was helpful there, Max. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries at all. I'm glad I could help you out. From there, let's go ahead and toss. And we got a pot of clean water, but that's not good enough for me. You grab some bones real quick that I've thrown about on the ground. There we go. This, Max, since you just got started, this is one of the best tips that I can also give you. If you mix if you mix water that's on a cooking fire, right, with one bone, doesn't matter what human or animal it came from, right, just one bone, it makes bone broth, which is amazing from a nutrition standpoint, and it's how you get rid of the fever. And I think it gets rid of it gets rid of food poisoning, but yeah, it gives you a bunch of stuff: fats, protein, hydration, gets rid of food poisoning, gets rid of fever, bunch of good stuff. So there you go. All right, let me get back into this real quick, see how far we can go. Need to eat some meat. Let's go get that done. The grapple gun location to the northeast of the airport. All right. You know what, Sean? Hold on. This is going to take a little bit, but I'm going to show you exactly where it is and how to find it. Are you in survival? Okay, you're on story mode. I got you. You need to complete further along in the story before it's going to work. This is going to take a little bit for me to get down there, okay? So bear with me. This is going to take about like 5 minutes or so. But sit tight, Sean. I got you. How do you get more recipes to build like the water purifier? Some of them you find, like you'll go up to a tribal camp and you'll find like a water purifier. If you go to the fishing camp, which is this marker here, 5219. If you go to the fishing camp, that's how you unlock the bamboo water filter. To unlock the mud water filter, which is like the 3 that I have back at the base, and then my shower is also a mud shower. You have to go to any coast and pick up mud, and that's how you get mud inside of your build book. And that unlocks like 10, 15 different recipes too. But okay, so Sean, this should look familiar. This is leaving the airport, going down to where you get the rebreather. I'll hop down here. And so swim through the cave. If you've never done this cave, it gets really dark, okay? But the rope, you should still be able to see the shadow of the rope. So just kind of focus in on that rope, and then eventually it dies. But if you just focus on where it goes, you can get your way through it, all right? Thanks for that follow, Sean. I appreciate it. All right, heading on over here. Eventually the rope will pick up again. There it is, right? Okay. All right, we're almost at the next story location. Oh, nope, that's not it. Got a little excited. Again, as I said, this cave just gets a little dark because it's all underwater. So just stay focused on this guide rope, and eventually you'll get to the next spot, which is right here. This is probably one of my favorite locations in the entire game, is this next spot that we're going to go to. So be careful when you get to this next spot if you haven't been here in the story. Obviously, I'm not talking to you, Sean, because you're already down here. But this next area is a little precarious. I always fall when I do the story mode, which is kind of silly to me because I've done this dozens of times. But yeah, so you slide down here. I wish you could build in this cave at the bottom of this waterfall. This is, in my personal opinion, this is my favorite, like the most beautiful location in the entire game. Is this cave right here after this climbing place. Because just look at this. Look at how they set you up for it. Like, that is just gorgeous. Gorgeous cave. All right. So, Sean, this is the map that you're on. Let me just make sure that I'm not going to get eaten by a caiman. But, so here we are. We just came down from the airport. Airport. So, we're right here. And so, this is it. Okay. And what we're looking for... So, this is the cave, right? What you're looking for is this big old cave right here. But if you're in the story mode, you're not going to be able to access that cave first. You need to get here first. And it's kind of a pain to do, but I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it, because otherwise you got to like swim through piranha waters. There's a bunch of caiman, like those crocodiles. It's kind of a pain. So when you first leave the cave, hug the right wall, okay? Just come down here and hug the wall. Watch out for caimans when you get up to this coast. Like, watch out for those crocs. Okay. And again, just keep hugging the wall. You don't have to swim through like half of the water if you do it this way. Jump over that. Again, just hug the wall. This is like the only part you have to swim. And I think you have to swim like one more part after this. All right, I always hit a caiman here, so be very careful. See if we can get past it without a caiman. Again, just be very careful. You'll hear the music change if a caiman kind of pops out at you. All right. This is the next swim spot. We're almost there. I promise, we're almost there. Okay. Get out of the water again. And again, just keep hugging the right wall. It's super boring this way, but you'll see exactly why in a second, why it's worth doing this. I just left my base with like no food. I just realized that. All right, so then you come down here. Almost there. Almost there. Again, we're hugging the wall. Oh, I heard a caiman. I heard a caiman. There's one in the water like right next to me. Gonna slow down for a sec so I can kill it. Where is he? I don't see him. I don't see him. There he is. 2 headshots. That's all it takes. No matter the difficulty, 2 headshots will take out a caiman. All right, so there we go. Crocodile down. There's your climbing place that you're trying to get to, right? And so, keep going this way. You're almost there. Like, we're so close. But this avoids having to swim through that massive lake that's filled with caimans and piranhas, or finding the path, because there's one path that you can walk through. This prevents all of that. All right, so again, all we've done the whole time since we've left the cave is just hug this massive right wall, right? We're almost there. All right, so once you get past that little creek, you are at the lab, right? This location. And so here's the lab. Here's the tent, right? And so you'll be able to go through here, get all the resources and all this other fun stuff. Did I leave anything behind? I might as well see if like I left anything behind when I came through here, because I came through here with like a really full inventory, but now it looks like we got it. So there's your final, like the lab where you do the, I'm not going to give you any spoilers or anything, Sean, but there's the lab. Okay. So from here, okay, if you leave the lab and go straight to the coast, all right, come over this way. See the path in the water? Stay on the path. And that's my biggest advice to you in this area, is try to stay on the paths. Okay? Almost there. Okay, you've done all this? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So once you get up to this tree, Start working your way over to the right. That's your location. It's an unmarked island on the map, except for this. It's going to say, I think, A1 on it. Just run this way, and you're going to get to one of those tribal locations. Here we go. So this is that tribal spot, right? Watch out for Cayman over here. I've gotten bit over here, too. Now, I'm in survival. You're not. You're in story mode. So there's going to be a ayahuasca ritual chamber, or not chamber, but bowl. I want to say, usually they're broken in survival mode, but I'm not seeing the broken one. But you're going to do the ayahuasca ritual like right about here, okay? And when you do the ritual, your hallucination will start, and you start running this way. And so this is the path. I always do it from the tribal, but you just follow the ground, and you'll do this in the hallucination. If you're hallucinating, like, just make sure you go through the ayahuasca ritual, and it'll lead you this way. But it'll follow you, or you'll run through a path that is visible between that location and a spot called Alvarez's Cave. And so this is how you get to the cave. It's just off to the left here. And this is blocked off until you've done the ayahuasca ritual. But once you've done the ritual, you go inside, and there's Alvarez on the ground, and the gun should be right here on the side. And so I hope that answers your question. It's a little convoluted, but you have to do the ritual to go all the way back through here. And it's one of the best trips. It's like one of the best drug trips in the game, but it's inside of this cave. He like apparently fell in through that, and you'll find the gun right here off to the side. And then Max, I figure since I'm right next to a coast here, to get mud, all you gotta do is just run up to the side. I'm on computer, like I'm on the PC, so I right click and then I just take mud. But you just have to expand the menu. As soon as you pick up mud, it gives you that. But all right, let's make a trek back to the base. Actually, I'm looking at the clock right now. I think I'm gonna stop out in this neck of the woods. Thought that was a caiman underwater, but it most certainly was not. See all the piranha in there? Don't want to deal with those guys. All right, so I'm going to hang out. I think I'm going to call it here at Alvarez's Cave and kind of get back in another day here. Man, I'm super happy that we finished one. Whatever. We're risking piranhas. We're risking some piranha bites here. Just going to swim across real fast. But yeah, I think I'll call it here. I'm just super happy that we got one of the 2 remaining buildings done. On the next stream, we're going to finish that second building so we can be all done with our second building here in Green Hell, or our 4th building, 4th and final building in Green Hell. And then once we're done with that, it's just decorating and amenities and that type of basic stuff. So there isn't really much else left to do in this build. Like, and if I'm being honest, we're probably 3 streams from being done with this one once and for all. You can see it on the wiki map, but if you're in the story mode, dude, it's coordinates 3323. That's what you're aiming for. It's this map. I don't know. Yeah, you should be able to see that on the live stream there. It's A1 on this map, and if you need the map, you got to go to 2532. No, I'm sorry, 2533. Sean, if yeah, just use your watch. 2533. Get to the camp, and if you've gotten to the camp, you should find the map there. And then from the map, just go to the spot A1 on the map, and you'll find it there. You'll find the tribal spot, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Mighty kind of you to say. All right, I'm just trying to get back into more stable ground here. But yeah, so next stream we'll finish the last building. Stream after that, we'll do any amenities that we still need to do, and then if we need one more stream after that, we'll do some decorations and all that fun stuff. But anyway, guys, I didn't even know what time it was. I wasn't even looking at the clock. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for today. If you're a fan of base building games, survival games, like all that fun stuff, that's typically what we do on Base Legend all day, every day. And we have a lot of fun doing it. And so definitely hang out with us if this is your type of content. We try to release content pretty much every single day on this channel. It's both myself and a buddy of mine, Jay, And my wife is actually, she's our thumbnail designer, but she's kind of being an awesome mom to my kids right now. You have a good one, Big Bird. You have a good one. I know I said that I would leave. I don't like leaving just an exit save, so I really, really, really want to get back and save this. Have you guys seen the quick way of getting back to the airport from this location without having to do the swim? Because there's a pretty cool way of doing it. You just have to head to the right. I'm going to rush this way real fast and just bang it out. This was actually in the base location video that we did. Ooh, I haven't gotten this cave yet. It's actually a cool cave location. I need to experiment more with this cave. This is a tiny little cave. Not much in here at all. Ignore that scorpion. Okay, I'm distracting myself. All right, gonna just do an exit save, even though I don't like doing exit saves. But I'm so close. I'm so close. Sorry, this is the bamboo forest that's right on the other side of the airport. And so I'm over here. So I need to head a little north. Okay. All right, whatever. Gonna call it here. But either way, thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. I look forward to our next adventure together. Day 106 in Green Hell. Man, we're only averaging like 3 days every single one of these streams. But either way, you guys have a great rest of your day. See you next time.